He's going for balance, is Lee Smith. But the two Rath brothers are so good with body position. They play almost the similar style of Kyle Rao.
Absolutely. Look how hard they made the defenseman work on Apple Valley. A lot of congestion in front of Aaron Gretz, but he had good sightlines, saw the puck, received the puck, held on to it, face off to his right. But Eden Prairie starting to...
Fails to click. Mark Rath checked neatly by Leon. Now it's Rao. A shot. That's off the arm of the post. Scores! David Rath takes the puck that hit the post and dribbled in behind Gretz and made sure of it, and back. Rao with it. Rao, high slot. Rath shoots. Scores! Oh, what a shot there. As Gretz looked like he had the lower half of the net covered out of the butterfly. But David Rath wires one to the low right corner to give Eden Prairie the lead, 4-3. This is a tightly contested contest here from the Eden Prairie Community Center. 7:29 to go here in the third period, as it's Eden Prairie 4 and Apple Valley 3. Great to have you on board on My Fox. Puck is played to the left wing wall. Rath, that's Mark Rath, or David Rath rather, that plays it. Kirker sidesteps a would-be check of Osell. As it's the Eagles of Eden Prairie out of the zone, they gain the center red. David Rath with it, walks the big frame, open door, it's closed, he scores! Oh, David Rath had Gretz thinking he was going far side, left it behind, and they tucked it into the opening for the 5.
Holy Angels traveled to Eden Prairie last night, hoping to depart with a victory. After a quick Holy Angels goal, Eden Prairie's Mark Rath tied the score up at 1 off a beautiful David Rath setup.
Across the center line, it's Mark Rath, bouncing puck, scores! They respond right back to the Eden Prairie Eagles, and that was Mark Rath to shovel that one in through the wickets to Tingle Friend. Great guy. Mr. Hockey, just all over the game. Gertis, look at that legwork. Scores! Oh, my word. A short-handed goal. Looked like a 5-on-5 forecheck. Got worked out of the corner, and it's 4 goals now for David Rath.
That's still there. Look at him. Well, hello, I'm here. Hello.
He's harmless because he's the third guy high.
I know. But he's not harmless because he's got 4 goals on the night.
He sniped, but the pass is deflected by Moore. Rath comes down on the puck, TJ Moore. The Raths kind of remind me of the Sedin twins.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of the rangy bodies. Mark Rath with it, gets under his man. He'd be the Daniel Sedin, I think, and then David would be Henrik. Off the side of the net. Look at the comparisons.
Oh, my.
He scores.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? How about 5 for David Rath?
I would imagine
6-1.
I would imagine that would be a career high for the young man. But, man, it is the Wrath of Rath. And it is on here at
Look at
St.
the
Louis
wordsmith.
Park. Wherever they want to go, they're going to go. And watch this puck. It finds its way behind. And Rath going to find it here and just absolutely work the space for the 6-1 lead.
5th goal of the game. Right now it reads David Rath 5, and the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights 1. Down on the...
I think Eden Prairie finally got rewarded on some hard work, but you have to feel kind of sad for Eric Brank getting that penalty, putting his team behind the 8 ball. He's contributed so much, and his teammates didn't pick him up. But Rath went around, wrapped it around. But there we saw Kyle Rao, weak side, putting it into the open goal. But Pete, I don't think Moorhead had the intention or the idea that they were going to shut the Eden Prairie squad out, so they can't get too down on this one. They have to just come back and get back and get after it again. But, again, a pretty tic-tac-toe play by Eden Prairie. That's why they are who they are, Pete.
You know, they never trailed against the Wayzata Trojans. That is right why they are who they are. And that's a great pass, a precision pass by David Rath to Kyle Rao. But
line changes have to be crisp and clean. Good communication on the bench. Everybody's going to have to raise their game to a new level during this game. We've seen it so far. Both teams have had pretty good success.
Scores! Off the draw, Sudman sends that one through to the low slot area. And the Eden Prairie Eagles with the all-important possession off the faceoff. Beautiful work there. It's about that, Bart Archer, and they take the 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. They got behind the defenseman, and that was Mark Rath scoring his 7th goal of the year. Pretty big goal for that young man, but just seemed to go 5-hole on Glockner, and he couldn't close that up quick enough. Eden Prairie with an early advantage in the energy. Now it's up to Minnetonka, at least put some pressure on Andrew Ford.
As it's Kirker with it. You know, I always muse that I think a lot of these goaltenders' hip injuries are coming from playing on their knees like that. I'm not saying you got to be statue old school. My word! Mark Rath has a big grin on his face as he ate that one up.
You know, and Shutt came off without
to go here in the period. They play it up to the left wing wall. Sudman tries to hold. Fluttering puck played down. Mark Rath backdoor. Scores! David Rath from Mark Rath. The Rath brothers have been putting it on here tonight as they take the 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and I don't know if Sudman's going to get
Rath, Bart Archer, and for David Rath, that's a big goal. You know, I mean, he came up with a big goal in a big game, his 16th of the season. Brother Mark comes up with a goal in the first period, his 7th, his 11th assist of the season as well, as they take the 2-1 lead. But really, from about the 7-minute mark on of the second period, I thought the Eagles took control of the offensive zone. No,
absolutely. I think that they just they pretty much dictated play. But again, and you'll get a look at it, and that was Sudman that actually kept it in. And there is Mark Rath over to David Rath, and you can just see Glockner trying to get over on his pillows side to side. Just couldn't catch up with that puck, Pete.
It looked like a harmless play that flipped up in the air that Mark Rath pulled down. Meanwhile, the Skippers got stuck into puck-watching mode and sort of faded toward there because there wasn't a lot going on, but he exchanged it from hand to ice to stick very quickly, and then David Rath smart enough to wiggle off to the back door, open up on the off wing, and bury it.
That's late conference hockey. You really don't have any time and space.
He's going to play this one in wide of the goal. Ford plays that off Sealer. That's off McCartan, pinching in as the defense, and it's Mark Rath in pursuit. At the line, Gertis can wheel, cuts to the forehand. 45 of the man advantage. Molinar's shot, that hits a man in front. I believe that was Osley. Now it's Kyle Rao. Sealer, Molinar's shot, scores! Mark Rath may have gotten a stick on that one and deflected that one past the glove hand of Connor Gerard. Mark Rath did indeed pick up the tip on the goal there, Bart Archer, his 15th of the season. Again, I've talked about him a lot, but since he's gotten over his cold, he had a tough flu bug going on there for the month of January, has really brought an A game here. The latter stage, the last 3-4 weeks, he's been a difference maker in each and every game.
Yeah, that flu bug could just sap your energy in this game.
Almgren's there to shove it in that game tied at 2. David Rath fires a backhander towards the net. Mark Rath is there to pick up the rebound. EP goes on to win. The Rath brothers are, you talk about knobs and sags, terrific. EP goes on to win that game, of course. As that bounces wide of the goal. Lucia is there. Here's a shot stuck out of there by Dingman. Rao wrap around again, nearly had it. No goal! Oh, he whistled that one down.
To move past this because he's very definitive on the call. The whistle had blown. It was very obvious. But the only thing that I have a concern about is the referee got in Rao's way a little bit. If he didn't, he probably would have had a better shot at it. But again,
Trojans, they were forced to deal with that over and over again, and that's kind of balanced itself out a little bit.
Break. Yeah, but you're right. It has balanced itself out.
David Rath shoots, pad save, rebound. Rao turns, scores! Kyle, the Eden Prairie Eagles in double overtime win by a score of 4-3.
Well, the picture's going to tell Pete.
Well,
how about that?
I thought I was going to have to get the jaws of life to separate he and Steve Olinger from the man hug they had going on.
How
the
about
bench.
that?
On the same token.